How soon in the filmmaking process do you start selling the idea to your fan base? And you have a very enthused fan base. Some are local, some are not. And how soon did you start leaking news about the frame?
Basically the casting process. I guess with this, we spent a long time trying to decide what we were going to make next. And I was going between two different scripts, and the frame was one of them. And we ultimately decided to go with the frame. So once the script was done with the frame and we knew we were going to move forward on production, then we, I guess, started a frame Facebook page. And the very first thing we put out was just a picture of the front of the script. And that was what, 6 months before we started shooting?
That was almost exactly 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So production was last summer, April to late June 2013, and then it's been a year of post-production. We literally finished the movie about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And we just waste no time. We get right on to the next thing. But yeah, we put news out, I guess, in November of 2012. We just took started a Frame Facebook page, posted that picture on our Ink Facebook page, The Frame by Jamin Winans, just a picture of the script, and started to, convert people from our Ink Facebook page, which, at least we have that as a starting point, to start getting people interested in this movie, and then have continued to kind of post stuff there and post stuff on the Frame page. And
I think that was, and it's a little bit tricky because I think with the way that we have put out, you don't want to wear people out, and it's such a long journey from the script all the way through post-production to premiering it. You have to be careful you don't completely exhaust your fan base, with too much news. And so I guess we were fairly sparse with the stuff that we're putting out initially, and then during the shoot, when we had a lot of interesting pictures to put up, we shared those with the fans. And but it's been very much, I think it's been a good process, in that it's just kind of kept people on board with the journey the whole way through. And so those fans that we have now feel a little bit more part of the experience, and they kind of are more part of the experience. I mean, it's kind of it really does make a difference for us when we're getting, fans, just constantly giving us just positive support all the time, and it really does make a difference. I mean, I think a lot of people look at, there are downsides to social networking as well, but I mean, generally it's been a really positive thing, because it's really difficult to get through, and it's just nice to be reminded, like, oh wait, no, there are people that like what we're doing, and like they support us, and there is going to be an audience for the film when it comes out, and that's been a huge part of it. So it's just kind of helped us through the whole journey.
How was your process when you determined if something was too much information, or if it was the right time? I mean, I'll see a lot of filmmakers, they'll put out, oh, exciting news is coming, guys, hang on, and then another, but sometimes I think it's almost better to just wait, hold it, and then bam, here it is, here's the exciting news. What was your process in deciding what you were going to put out?
We have a lot of discussions about that, because we really only want to post stuff when it's relevant. We kind of went largely off the grid after Ink for a few years, and because we were fairly active on Twitter while we were promoting that, and there is a time where you just have to live as well, and literally turn the button off. And so coming back and starting to kind of get the engines rolling for the Frame again it was a very conscious decision to only post things when they're relevant. And we've actually gotten, I think you just get better at not letting the cat out of the bag too early, of just like, okay, well, we're going to post our trailer in 2 weeks from now. And so, we'll do like a 3-day lead up to that, but we're not going to start talking about it now. And we're not going to tell people, oh, trailer in, 3 weeks or something. It's just, and also we've gotten, I think, a lot more, it's hard to ride the line of, of course people would love more maybe personal information or something like that, but we're a little more, I don't know, private, I guess.
Yeah, we try to make sure that the content is more about the films and less about us, I guess. And I think that's a choice. I mean, some people really put their own personalities out there, and we tend to think that our films are more interesting than we are. So we try to keep it focused on the films. And So yeah, and just trying to only put out, like you said, kind of stuff that we think people are really going to be interested in and stuff that feels more relevant. But it's a tricky thing because, with this film especially and everything that we do, we try to keep things very hush-hush. So kind of giving people something without giving anything away.
Approach.
And so
we put out a trailer that says nothing about the movie.
Right.
But that's exactly the trailer we wanted to make.
We're really extreme on one side for sure.
Yeah.
But I think for the most part, I think it's been fairly successful.
And just on a side note, in keeping things secretive, it makes people even more curious.
I hope.
Right, yeah, you hope so.
I mean, we've had discussions about that too, of just there was a reason why Michael Jackson was the king of pop, is he showed up, he danced his ass off, and he was amazing, and then he just disappeared.
He disappeared, yeah.
And we don't think we're Michael Jackson, but Jamin. But truly, I mean, I think that there's because of all the availability of all these social networks, oh my God, we've got to be on Instagram and Twitter and this and Pinterest and all these things. And there's a little bit of mystery lost, that mystique, I think, is gone a little bit from a lot of people's promotional efforts. And I think the movie lends itself well to remaining mysterious. People, after seeing it 4 times, are still mystified.
That's right.
I mean, they're not, but it thematically works, and it works for us as people. But I think that's something really cool. Like, you love a band or a rock star because they're just there and then they're gone. I hope, anyway.
But tonight you're screening in LA.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The Q&A will be here, and will you stick around afterward for just sort of a meet and greet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. We'll be around. We're also giving out free 11 by 17 posters. So.